Hey YouTube, welcome to part 4 in the Forge rebuild series. In this episode we're going to finish the actual building and take it all the way through to the point of being ready to paint. On with the show. So I measured the outside of the pipe in inches, 2.940. Measuring the inside of the thread, and that is 2.812. So 2.94 minus 2.812. 0.128, but since I'm taking it off both sides we halve that, and that's 0.064 off each side. We've got 60 thou to come off there, coming off thread, so we ought to be able to take 30 off at a time. So I'll take 30 off, remeasure, and should get one final cut in then. So 2.846. Take another 30 off and remeasure, I think. And that should get us close to where our initial measurement said. And according to that, we've still got about another 8 thou, which would be about right on the initial measurement. But before I just take him, I'm going to go and just test fitting. A little bit more thread than I expected left there. Take and give him another fit. He's a firm fit, but he's going to fit. Let's put him in there. I might do another run down without altering him. See if we get another 1 or 2 thou off him. Because this is a cast component, he's not sitting quite right in the chuck. Each time I move him, he gets in a slightly different position. So I managed to take a few thou off this time. And yes, that's a good fit. You'll have to go down just a bit more for this other side. The piece that's got to come in from the other end off the blower is a little bit bigger, a little bit asymmetric as well. I think it could be just the fit of him, because he made it in 2 halves and he bolts together. I think the fit of him's just not quite round. Anyway, the size of that is spot on 3. So we might have a bit to go off him yet. Yeah, we have. We've got about 25 thou to come off him. I'll take 15 and we'll see how we go. I'll measure how deep I need that too. Mark 1 eyeball's perfect, 35 mils. I thought that looked about right. And that needs another 10 thou of an inch. How's that look? Yes, perfect. Now this other one's got to fit up on the inside, just to give me a good solid base that won't melt away too quickly for the inlet pipe for the air. The pipe I fabricated out was pretty thin, so I thought it would be a good idea if I just threw one of these on at it. Also the pipe that I fabricated it out of had a couple of dings in it. I got it cheap, so it's a bit out of round, so this needs to be 3 inches for it to work. Okay, let's see what we've got. Won't be 3 inches, that's for sure, but I need to know how much more I need to take off. About 80 thou. Still another 20 thou to come off, but before I do that, I will just test fit it. That will fit, but it's far too tight. Beautiful. That one's good to go too. And just giving everything a bit of a final test fit here before I go and weld it up. Didn't notice these pulleys have got oil holes up top. No wonder she still runs well. Whoa! Nice breeze coming up through there. By the time I get the casters on there, it'll come up to about there. That'll be a good height actually. I don't think I want to move anything really from where it is. Put this plate on down below that mark, just a little bit, and then I need to find some bolts that are long enough to bolt that all together. And I'm pretty sure I'll have something, it's just a matter of locating them. And as usual, locating them is easier said than done. I might have just got lucky. One of these two should do the job. I'm guessing it's going to be the longer one of the two. Yep, perfect. 2 bolts, just what I need. Just also find a couple of nuts for these. I'll be really happy. Wow, it looks like I'm going to be really happy. I've got it all, except I could use some washers for the top. I know I've got some of them around somewhere too. Huh, first place I look. How good is that? You've got to be happy when everything comes together. Beautiful. Alright, so I can go and do the final welding on this. I've got to weld this plate here on. This is a plate that the blower bolts to. I plasmed a hole in there for the pipe, drilled 2 holes for the bolts to hold it on, and I just rounded the corner so it's not as dangerous to be around. Because I'm going on to gal, and because this is 4mm plate, what I'm going to try and do first is to tack it with a stick. I'm a little bit frightened of burning through the pipe, so I'm trying to keep the heat away from it. Just a bit too much heat away from it. Can't put that down on a live table. Swapping between TIG and stick, I tend to want to put the torch down on the table all the time. I'll have to get out of that habit. It doesn't move any from there, it should be alright. Since I'm welding gal, I'll get this span on. Also, it won't hurt to have the fan on because in spite of the fact that it's early spring, it's getting damn hot in here. I keep going pretty quickly so I don't burn through this pipe. Too quick. That was more like it. Now, because this is going to hold a fair bit of weight in that blower and it's going to be getting cranked, I'm going to weld both sides of this. Alright, I think that should do him once he cools down a bit. Next thing, I think I'll put the casters on. Then I think we're pretty well ready to start putting it together. Just go grab the frame. And I bought the frame over here. I've got these little casters to go on the bottom of it. They're all locking casters, so that it's not going to run away with me when I'm working, but I can still wheel it out of the way when I don't need it. I know I could go and drill holes in it and bolt these casters on so that we change them at some point in the future. On the other hand, I can tack them on with a welder and just cut the tacks if ever I need to change them. And quite honestly, that seems like the easiest answer. Couple of decent tacks down 2 sides. And he ain't going nowhere. And it won't be that hard to get a grinder and just cut them if ever I do need to replace a wheel, which I'm hoping I never do. Put these 4 bolts here in the frame to hold the pipe in place. Alright, now we've got a view of it. The idea is that if I try to undo these twist around, hit against the pipe, can't twist anymore, lets me get the nut off the other side. So I won't run into the same problem I had getting the original forge, because once the cement's in there, couldn't get to the nut, it just span around and consequently I ended up breaking the piece. Not that it was held by much, and having seen it once I got it out, I would have tossed it anyway and made a new one because it had been repaired probably several times before. Anyway, that's the deal there. So the last thing is this piece here. Just sitting that over there, just to give it some bulk metal so that it just doesn't melt away from the coals. And the coals will probably come just over the top of that. They'll position there like that, and I can just go ahead and tighten them up. I'll just do that off camera. Pretty much complete the assembly by mounting the blower now. I hadn't meant to paint that before I put that together. I got carried away. Never mind, it'll get painted while it is together. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but it's a mixture of dirt and grease. Now, I don't know whether it's something peculiar to my grandfather or whether it's something they did in general in the old days. Everything he owned like this wasn't painted and seems to have been given a liberal coating of grease or heavy oil and just left to have the dust settle on it. That prevented it from rusting, which is not a bad idea. It's survived best part of 100 years at least and hardly any sign of rust on it. Nevertheless, I'm going to do my best to clean it up and give it a paint. I've cleaned up all the dirt off it. I have to give it a good old paint with turfs to get the grease off. Use a bit of the rust inhibitor on the drum on the inside. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We'll finish it off in the next episode by getting it all dressed up in a nice coat of paint and firing it up for the first time, see how it runs. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more. Until next time.